But above anything, patience is one of the most important traits that you can have because you don't want to be the person that destroys your dreams while they're in seed form. When you're barely planting that seed, when you have those general or initial ideas of what you may want to do with your life, for a lot of us, we aren't going to see results right away. And that's just the way it is. So you have to give yourself time. You have to be patient to allow these things to sprout and to develop into whatever it is that you may want to see. But if you're constantly rushing the process, if you're not giving yourself that time that you need in order to see results, then you're always going to feel stagnant. Then you're always going to feel like you're not making sufficient progress because you're just trying to rush to the end goal. But like I said before, there's a lot of people who put in years and years worth of work and don't see results till later on down in life. But when you're truly passionate about something, this makes it a lot easier for you to be patient. But every seed that you plant is going to take time. So the more patient you become, the more likely it is for you to reach that point of true success. Because why a lot of people end up failing, or I guess you could say failing, is simply because they don't allow enough time to pass while they're consistently working to see results. They just give up too early. So to avoid potentially missing out on the success to come, all you have to do is not quit. All you have to do is tell yourself at some point things will pay off. I don't know if it's going to be within a year or 10 years, but if I'm truly passionate about this, if I truly have genuine love and ambition for whatever it is that I may be doing, then I'm just not going to quit. This is why I feel like it's so important to find your purpose and to do things that you're passionate about, because if it's your purpose, you're going to go out and get it by any means necessary. That's your destiny. But if you're just doing things to do it and to try to, kill time, or it may be for financial gain, at some point you're going to be tested. Your true love for whatever it is that you're pursuing is going to be put to the test. And that's when you're going to determine whether or not it's actually for you or not. And if it's something that you're not passionate about, it's going to be much easier for you to give up. But when you're in the developmental stages of building your dreams up, it's very important that you watch who you're spending your time around, because you could be surrounded by people who may not be as ambitious as you. They may be more negative. They just simply may be more prone to failure than you are, and they can pull you down. And at this point during the process, you're not as confident as you should be because you're waiting to see certain results. So what this means is, if you're around people who are negative, if you're around people who aren't ambitious and that are bringing you down, it's going to be easier for you to give up or to let that dream go because you're surrounded by those type of people. This is exactly why they say when you have a goal or when you have a dream, the best thing that you could do is go ghost. The best thing that you could do is set time out and focus strictly on trying to make those things happen without any outside noise, without any opinions from people that simply aren't relevant or have nothing to do with where you're trying to get, because they know how easy it is for people to get caught off track or to get off course because of the outside noise. Oftentimes we allow these voices around us to kind of dictate our next move, and this is because we go based on what people tell us, or we may be having family that's around, we may have certain friends that we care about and we care about their opinions, and we make decisions based off that. But I'm here to let you know today that you have to make decisions based off your logic and what you believe. Because if you do fail or if you do make a mistake, you won't have nobody to blame. You're willing to take full accountability for the mistakes that you made. And it'll be much easier for you to live with that rather than living with the thought of you listening to the next person and failing or not getting the results that you wanted. And really just understand this. And this one hit me so different, but it's really true. But when you do decide to go ghost, or you decide to keep this drive and this passion for accomplishing, those dreams and those goals that you set out, you'll realize that people care less than you think they care. When you go ghost for 30 days or 2 months or whatever you're going to go ghost for, when you come back, you'll realize that pretty much nothing has changed. And this is the case because the impact that you think you may have on people's lives is not as significant as it actually is. You care a lot less to people than you think you do. We have this main character syndrome oftentimes where we just feel like we're very important or people kind of need us around. But when you finally do get away and when you finally do remove yourself, you'll realize how little you actually matter to a lot of people. And this isn't something that you take personal. This is something that you just use as motivation to keep going, because When I did this, when I removed myself and I came back and I realized that, people were really just doing the same thing whether I was there or I wasn't, it made me realize, like, man, I probably don't even need to be in this environment at all. I need to do more growing and more establishing myself to the point where I have a major effect on those around me. But more than anything, you need time. Not only do you need time to reach a certain level, you need time to see results. Developing this sense of patience will not only get you far as far as your dreams and your goals, but you need patience in relationships. You need patience when you go out and get married. You need patience in work and just really just living your day-to-day lives, because there are so many people out here who lack patience, and all it does is just keep you on edge. When you don't feel like you're comfortable enough to wait, you're just constantly on edge because you don't know which way to turn. You don't know what thing to do next because you're lacking that patience. You're not allowing yourself that time that you need to see true results. And when you're not seeing the results that you want, what does this mess with? This messes with your confidence. This messes with your ability to think. You have the ability to go out and do the things that you tell yourself that you're going to do. But it may not be that you're not capable of doing these things. You're really just not allowing enough time to go by. So give yourself some time. Results for everybody don't come that soon. And I had to learn this the very, very hard way. You really have to set a goal, be passionate about it, and believe that by any means necessary, you're going to get the results that you want. Don't set no deadline, really. Don't set no time frame. Just know that you're going to work and you're going to continue to work until you get to that point of success that you want to get to. And another thing that kills so many people's potential results is really just speaking too soon. I feel like one of the easiest ways to kind of shoot your dreams down before you even get to the point of developing them is speaking on them. Even speaking to your friends, speaking to family, just putting them out into the world for people to kind of really just visualize what you can and you can't do and then portray this image on you. We don't need none of this, especially when you're growing and when you're trying to get to that point. The last thing that you want to do is just speak. We need to focus on doing more acting and putting things into full effect, allowing them to grow and to foster, and then later down the road, speak on our results. That's all we need to do. But before you even get to that point where you see results, if you're speaking on it, telling everybody what you're going to do, this is the easiest way to jeopardize the potential results that you may get and your overall success. So I'm here to tell you that you need to do more work. You need to do more grinding before you even do any speaking at all. If you need to speak to somebody that bad, get you a journal, get you a pen, write everything down in a notebook and speak to yourself. And it's very important that you allow all the seeds in your life to flourish, because this was one of my biggest problems growing up. I used to plant so many different seeds all around the same time. And when I started to realize is that I just wasn't seeing the results that I wanted with each and every last one of those seeds. So I got to a point where I felt like I was becoming a failure. And I know I'm not a failure. So I really just had to change my work ethic. I had to change the way that I was going about certain things because I just was not capable of getting the results that I wanted doing 15 different things at once. So I had to stop that. I had to focus on one or two, three different things and allow myself to maximize my results within that little realm. But if you put yourself in a position where you're just planting all of these different seeds and you're not allowing them to flourish, you're probably never going to get the results that you want. And if you're somebody like me that literally lives based off growth and you constantly have to be seeing progress, then this will eat you up. So take the time to minimize the seeds that you're planting, and allow these seeds to fully flourish before you go out and plant more seeds. And I guarantee this will have a direct impact on how you feel about the things that you're capable of doing and your overall happiness in general. And one of the funniest things about this journey is the fact that not everybody will believe in you. You're going to have friends, you're going to have family, you're going to have people that you may have known your whole life start to like fade away. And it's no harm because people simply outgrow each other, but not everybody is going to believe in you. And this can't be something that you take personal. You have to think that it's always going to be love. You should want to spread nothing but love and positivity, especially for those who's been around and who have been there for you, for a majority of your life. But just the simple fact that not everybody is going to believe in you is enough motivation, or it was enough motivation for me to work even harder. And I want you to view it the same way. Don't take it personal. Do not take it as if this person may not like you or they're trying to go against you. They simply have not walked in the same shoes you have, and they haven't seen the things that you've seen. So those possibilities in their mind just don't make sense. But it makes sense to you because you may have experienced more, you may have seen more or went through more. So that's why you have the confidence in your ability to go out and make these things happen. But once you do go out and do the things that you say that you're going to do, let your work speak for itself, and I guarantee they're going to believe after you reach that point of success. And that should be all you want. You're not doing it to necessarily prove anyone wrong, you're doing it for you. But you know deep down inside that they're going to see it, and then you're going to prove each and every last one of them wrong who didn't believe in you. Use it as motivation and really just push through all those difficult times that you are going to have, because we all face difficult times while we're trying to reach a certain goal. But use all of that as motivation to tell yourself that you're not going to give up no matter what. But one of your toughest battles during times like this is probably going to be looking for support. Because we know when you have that first initial idea or you want to start something, support is at a minimum. You may have a couple friends that actually believe, and you may have a couple people around you that think that it's possible for you to do the things that you say that you're going to do. But it just does not always happen this way. But don't look for support. You need to be so strong minded within yourself that you know that, look, I know I'm all that I have, and this is what I'm going to depend on solely. If people care about me, if they support me, then so be it. But if not, then I really do not care. So you need to be your main source of support. You need to be the one that you believe in and the reason behind why you're doing what you're doing, because this is the only thing that's worthwhile. People change every day. You can't stop it, you can't prevent it, but you can rely more heavily on yourself more than anything, because you know that you're going to be here. The consistency is going to remain if you rely on yourself. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.